Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Hi Libra Moon people, welcome to your Great Mother Speaks December new moon reading. This is the last new moon reading for 2017. It is a Sagittarius Capricorn new moon. It is a new moon that is on the cusp, and your soul experience is Moolah. Okay, that is in the Vedic Astrology. In the information box below, you're going to find out what your Vedic Sidereal Jyotish moon sign is. And this is going to give you a lot of depth knowledge about your soul. In Vedic Astrology, the moon sign is the emotional state of the soul. It is the soul's experience, how it is experiencing its sun expression. In the Western astrology, what you're going to be looking at is the emotional response. And so the emotional response is ego, it's sun. So we have light and shadow, the light and the shadow. So the darkness, we're looking at soul experience, and in the light, we're looking at emotional response. Emotions are how the ego, the great father energy, the material energy, communicates to the soul. Soul experience is communicated to the ego through the intuition, through the still small voice, through the lunar energy. So that deep lunar energy, that astrology that is based on the moon, the Vedic astrology, is that deep soul experience. And for you, Libra moon people, what we're seeing is that it is in your third house, this Sagittarius energy. And being in your third house not only has to do with communication, intelligence, and wit, it also has to do with how you were connecting to your peers. And so people in your life were of the same age group that incarnated at the same time that you incarnated. There is a collective consciousness that the soul is bringing forward in your generation. I want you to, in this reading, really pay attention to that and really kind of bring that up into your consciousness. What is that generational message? What is that generational emotional frequency that you're on? That's going to tell you a lot about your soul experience for this reading, because it is the last new moon reading. That means it is the last seed that will be planted before the new year of 2018. So what is Great Mother saying to you with regard to this at this time, Libra moon people? She is saying that at this time, you may be experiencing some type of guilt trip. People may be coming up to you, telling you that the path that you're on, how you're feeling, what you're doing is not the best thing to do. Now, how does this relate to your soul experience? Your soul is experiencing this as something that you need to ignore. Okay? We have a waxing gibbous moon. This is the moon phase right before the full moon. And so this is revising, editing, reevaluating. This has to do with sun energy, solar energy, great father energy that is shedding light on an issue about to come to full illumination in the full moon. It's waxing about the truth. What is really the emotional response to this? And so the ego, the emotional response to this deep soul energy of I don't think this is true, what these people are saying to me, is I'm going to take their word anyway. So you're really on the fence about it. The soul is really in a place of, okay, these people are my peers, they're not above me. We came here at the same time. It may be your siblings, it may be co-workers, but there is a general consensus about your path, what you're doing, how you are proceeding forward, Libra moon people, that you're taking into account the opinions of other people more than you should. Okay, this is Ishel, the Mayan goddess of fertility and of the lunar cycles. And so you are fertile enough. Okay, this is the Ankh, which represents in the Great Mother Speaks Day, the second chakra. And so that represents our desires and how we choose to connect with others. Okay, that's the genitalia, that's the reproductive area in our lives. And so we have choice about this. We don't have to just live by biological instinct. Okay, we can connect to people in meaningful ways, and that meaning comes from ourselves. And so that is that deeper soul intuitive knowing that, hey, I'm going to connect with my peers in an equal way, because the sun, the solar energy, the Western astrology, the tropical aspect of this, the Capricorn energy is in the 4th house. And so that has to do with maternal energy, domesticity, and maybe the peers or people who are in a mother's group. Maybe they're people who are telling you how you need to take care of yourself or how you need to take care of other people. And maybe just your emotional response, your ego is responding to what they're saying in a way that you're not doing those things in the way that you should. You're judging yourself based on the opinions of others. But you are fertile enough in your own soul wisdom to know what you need to do, because Great Mother is stating here that the transformative opportunity for you, Libra Moon people, is to question any self-doubts that are coming up. Okay, this type of taking people's opinions into account more than you should is creating self-doubt. And Great Mother is saying that this first quarter moon is challenging you to face this, take action, and make a decision based on your own wisdom. Now, this is first quarter moon, it's a half moon, and this is saying that the light and the shadow are equal. And so balance it out, balance it out. Don't have the soul energy being less than, the light energy in the world, but you can physically see. Balance it out a little bit so that you can transform that self-doubt into self-knowing. So the self-doubt may be, I'm not, mothering my children the way I should, or taking care of my children the way I should, or I am not taking care of my home the way I should. I should be doing this, keeping up with the Joneses, or this or whatever. I need to have this, I need to have that, I need to have the Instapot, I need to, whatever it is. In terms of practicality at home and connecting to people, maybe your desires, again, the Ankh represents the second chakra, are completely different. And people are reading you completely wrong, and you know what the challenge is, which is to make a decision to trust yourself. Question those doubts. Is it true that what they're saying is what I need to be doing? Is it absolutely true? How would I feel if I didn't believe, this thought that everyone knows better than I do what I need to be doing with myself and with my life? This is the emotional response that is talked about in Western astrology in terms of what we think. And so you're thinking about something that is oriented toward care. Self-care is there with regard to questioning doubts, but there's also an issue that's coming up with regard to caring for other people, because Great Mother doesn't want you to overlook that the prostitute lives in all of us. And so all of us have to exchange a part of ourselves, our gifts, our talents, and abilities to survive in this world. That's why prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. And so when we talk about mothering others, many times we take care of people at the expense of ourselves. So prostitution is not an issue. We all are prostitutes. The issue is how we choose to exchange our energy for our material needs. Do we do it in a way that sells us out, doesn't honor our true beliefs and who we are and what we represent and who we feel ourselves to be, who we value ourselves to be? Are we really honoring that and commanding the respect that we need and that we deserve? And so this is the full moon card. I would encourage you to go back and look at the full moon reading, what was occurring 2 weeks ago for you, Libra moon people. Your reading was about purification has proven to be profitable for you. So you've already undergone some purification with regard to being clear about what your gifts, talents, and abilities are and how to share them. You've already undergone a great deal of clarity and coming to knowing what that balance is for you in that energetic exchange. And so when we talk about the waxing gibbous moon of self-healing, which is available when we let our soul speak for us as opposed to other people, coming right before the full moon of prostitution, we are facing a test. And so you faced a test at the time of this super moon, December 3rd, in Taurus and Gemini. And now that we're in Sagittarius and Cancer, you are at Sagittarius and Capricorn, rather, you are reassessing this, and you are needing to put doubts to rest around this issue and stop letting other people outwit you, so that it compromises your energy. Your personal power is at stake here. Own it. It is your birthright. You came here with your own gut will and power, that we have that gut, that visceral response to things, not only for survival instinct, but also so that we can enjoy our material existence. This is also a waxing gibbous moon card. And so right before the full moon, there was some guilt trip being put on you, some people telling you what you need to do, or you believing that other people know better than you, and not really in asserting your personal power. There's a struggle between your desire to please and your desire to assert your personal power. And since that time, there's been the full moon that tested you about how you're exchanging your energy. And now Great Mother is saying the transformative opportunity is for you to question any doubt that you know what is best for you, that your values are valid enough to substantiate who you are in the world. You don't need anybody else to do that for you, to assert that for you, Libra Moon people, including your own mother. That is your message from Great Mother. Remember, she loves you, and I do too.
Great Mother speaks. I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole, Hathor, Isis, Diana, Mami Ishtar, Kali, Mammy, and Mother Mary. Hello, welcome to Great Mother Speaks. I'm Tammy Taylor, your manifestation muse, and today we're talking about